Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Sync Producer Live. I'm excited to be back. Let me know where you guys are from. Let me know what you do. We are going to dig into some questions. We're going to do music reviews. We're going to have a good time, and I'm glad you're here. We got, who is this? Pablo E. Bars? I hope I'm, look at this. Look at this. Here we go. Technology shrinking stuff for no reason. What's up, Pablo? Good to see you in the building. Let me know where you guys are from. Let me know what you do. Let me know if you have any questions before we dig into the community. Check out some wins. It is Friday. I ain't gonna lie. My power might go out at any moment. I don't know how far we're gonna get in this stream because it has been storming like crazy. It's already flickered like 17 times before I even started this joint. So I don't even know. Like, we might not even make it through the night tonight, the way these storms are hitting and the way this grid is in Atlanta. So we gonna, well, kind of suburbs of Atlanta, but we gonna see if it holds up for us tonight. All right, we got a few Sync Producer Hub members. I see y'all. We got Birdman Pro in the building. Tim Bird, composer, producer, Newport News, Virginia, super dope. Also, if you want to learn more about Tim Bird's story, he's going to be on Sync Producer Spotlight on Jason's channel tomorrow night. So make sure you follow Jason Dowdy, which is this guy right here that I'm about to pull up in the chat. Follow his channel. They're going to be going live, chopping it up, talking about Tim's story, how he got started, how he's crushing it, getting placements and all that stuff. So it should be definitely a good conversation and information. So definitely tap in for that tomorrow night. We got 590 Productions 56 in the building. Yo, composer from Jacksonville, Florida. We got Brother Truman in the building, Atlanta Metro, praying for the power to stay on too. You already know how it is, man. We got KJ Lighthouse Studios in the building from St. Louis. What's up? Good to see you. Orlando, Florida, producer, songwriter, artist, Jersey boy, back in the house. What's up, Rich? We got AP Van Lan, Memphis check-in. I know I pronounced that wrong. This channel. Oh, there we go. He switched channels. There we go. Jason Dowdy Music. You know, I was looking at that. I was like, man, it looks different. Like, but okay, that makes sense now. We got LW in the building, the legendary LW. Clint tried to sneak in that he doesn't live with the inner city folks chilling in this mess. Stop. Definitely not a mansion. It's just a regular starter home. Nothing crazy. Just the first home we bought. But yeah, man. I don't know, man. Like, anytime, when was it? Yesterday. It wasn't even storming. It was just windy and like the power went out. And I'm like literally in the middle of like a project. Luckily, it didn't stay out long. Like, I have a backup battery, so my stuff is like plugged up to that, so I can still work as long as I don't need the internet. But once the internet goes out, like, my stuff will be on, but I have no internet connection, unfortunately. So we got Terry from Arlington, Virginia, DMV in the building. Good to see you. Okay, so this is the channel. This is the correct channel, y'all. Tap in with Jason Dowdy Music so you can check out tomorrow night stream with him, Tim Bird, on the Sync Producer Spotlight. It's going to be dope. We got the Caribbean over there. I see you. Juan, Stefan, good to see you, man. Actually, I shot you a message inside the community, too, about that PRO situation. So hopefully that'll help. And we can talk more about it live if you want. Whatever. But shout out to all the Sync Producer Hub members. Y'all know how we get started, man. We got to kick this joint off with some wins and see if we got some wins to share in the community. So let's see. We have a few. We got a few this past week. Let's start with Desmond, see what Desmond talking about. 2 tracks got accepted to Tune Edge. What's good, gang? Happy Friday. Hope you guys are doing well. Got a win to share with you guys. Today I received an email from Tune Edge that 2 of my tracks got approved. 1 sports track and 1 investigative minimal tension track. And they are waiting for the contracts to be signed. Let's go. Still deciding on which license I'm going to select for each track so that both tracks has a chance to reach its maximal potential. Free to like, comment, and share your thoughts on this decision. Should I opt in or should I make these tracks exclusive to TuneEdge? Oh, that's a good question. I would probably I don't know. I would say exclusive. Cause it's like 2 tracks. First off, we about to reply to him live. I'm gonna say first we gonna congrats the homie Dez. And then I'm gonna say I would go with exclusive because I have insider information that I think exclusive based on what I've heard from inside sources. Quote unquote inside sources. So that's what's up. So he just got that's like 2 wins. He got 2 tracks signed. That's dope. You know what? I think I might later on for the cook up if our power don't go out. I want to cook up. I want to finish working on this investigative tension album that I started like a month ago. So maybe I'll cook up something like that tonight. I think that'll be fun. So we'll see. We'll see how much time we have left, and then maybe we can do a nice little quick cook up of some investigative tension stuff. I got a little bit of that in the system. So congrats to Dez, man. That's super dope. Hopefully those get placed somewhere, and yeah, that's great. And that's stuff that it gets used so much, man. Like the sports stuff and investigative tension. Man, yeah, he's setting himself up for a lot of placements. So yeah, we got everybody shouting congrats in the chat. All right, we got one from Jamal. Selling songs, feel good, keep grinding. Man, I feel like I'm coming down with something. Good afternoon, team. I know it gets hard sometimes, but keep grinding. Eventually, you will find your groove. As I keep trying to perfect these sting endings and master sync song structure, I have to remember not to neglect the materials I have already created. That will keep you afloat and motivated. Those small wins add up to big wins. Sold 3 songs today and waiting on an artist signed to Rock Nation to send over the paperwork for clearances for him to take 3 of my reference tracks and recording for my record label production company. A real nice day. That's what's up. That's super dope. Congrats on that. Listen, man, any win, selling some music, some songs, whatever, making income from your music is a win. Let's give them a congrats live. Super dope. What else we got? Livingston. We got a win from Livingston. He finally got his degree. School is over, but I am forever a student. For years, all I ever wanted to do was get my degree in the one thing I was passionate about since middle school. There were days when I felt like I was never going to achieve this, but I stayed the course. I guess this is what having faith is all about. Now I got the degree to back up my goals, bachelor's with honors in music production and sound engineering. God is great. That's what's up. Love to see it. Let's give him some love. Congrats, bro. That's awesome. If I can spell awesome correctly. I love to see it. Yeah. Shout out to everybody in the Sing Producer Hub, man. Out here winning. I see y'all. Sticking to the goals, man. Crushing the goals. I see y'all. Let's share some of these congrats in the chat. What's up, Lamar Franklin? Good to see you. Diesel, what's up? Glad to see you in the building. Super huge, right? So yeah, super dope. So shout out to everybody in Sing Producer Hub winning, man. You guys are following the blueprint. You're following your dreams. You're doing more than what most producers, honestly, in the world is doing just because you take action. It's crazy, man. So many people like just they hold themselves back because they just don't take the first step. But you guys are going after it, man. You're making it happen. No excuses, and I love to see it. Speaking of no excuses, today is the last day that you can take advantage of a couple bonuses. So for anybody who's joining Sync Producer Hub today, you guys are going to get a special bonus. It's going to be an AI prompt vault. And then another extra special bonus if you join today. It's going to be something that not many people know about, actually. You'll be one of the first to know about it. So learn how to get your music placed in TV and film. Learn how to create income with your music. And then hang out with us because we have a good time all throughout the week. If you think we have a good time on Friday nights, you should kick it with us inside the community. So link to that is in the description. It's pinned in the chat as well. Join Sync Producer Hub today because those bonuses will expire by midnight tonight. So take advantage of that. And let's get it going, man. Drop some questions in the chat. I want to answer some questions, help you guys out. If you're stuck along your journey during the process, let me know. We're going to help you get unstuck. And then a little bit later on, we're going to listen to your music, see if that is ready, and give you some feedback on that stuff as well. Because that's what moves the needle. You know what I mean? Getting feedback. You can't sit in your studio all day and just make music and then never let anybody hear it, because then you don't know, like, is it good? Is it not? More specifically, you definitely want to get it out to whoever you're pitching it to, whether that's the publishers, if you're pitching the artist, whether you're pitching the supervisors, like, they got to hear it so they can give you feedback. And, so you know how to move forward. So yeah, congrats on the degree. Yeah. We had, what was it? Livingston just grabbed a degree. What was it? This past week. So finally graduated. So yeah, no doubt Diesel. Yeah. But speaking of publishers listening to music, I have made some submissions of my own this week. I was talking a little bit about it in the community, and I got rejected like three out of 4 times, basically. It wasn't like a direct rejection, like you're trash, but it was like, here are 4 tracks, and basically from the feedback, I gathered that only one of the tracks was on brief, which is fine. Like, I mean, it is what it is. But had I not sent the music in, there's two things. There's 2 ways I look at it, right? Now, I'm working on this is a full album, right? So we're shooting for like 10 tracks, right? Now, I could have waited until I completed 10 tracks and then submitted the whole album. I'm glad I didn't do that, because what would have happened is I would have submitted the whole album, and then most of the album would have been like a no-go, and then it just would have been a waste of time. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but because I don't believe in a waste of time. But I submitted a few, just a handful, to check and make sure I was headed in the right direction first, because I like to do that so that I don't spend time going in the wrong direction, because music is subjective, and sometimes you just got to do like a temperature check, and you're just like, yo, am I hot? Am I cold? Let me know. And then I feel more comfortable going all the way in. So that's what those 4 tracks were. They were kind of diverse in style, because I wanted to kind of get a feel of which direction to go. And I got that from that submission, which is why I'm just like, yo, you just got to send it. Don't overthink it, because I could have just start overthinking or thinking I'm just on the right track, and then, I'm knocking out a whole album of something that's not needed. So basically from the feedback, 3 tracks didn't work. 1 track was pretty close, but still need some edits, some revisions. So I'm going to go and I'm going to revise that, but I'm going to head into a slightly different direction than I was headed in originally, which I'm grateful for, because now I know, okay, as I finish the rest of these tracks, I know I'm closer to what they're actually looking for, which means that's going to increase my chances of getting those tracks accepted. Now, let's talk about the whole waste of time, that I don't necessarily believe it was a waste of time. So the other 3 tracks, The way I see it is the tracks are good, right? They just didn't, it wasn't the mood that they were looking for. So what I'm going to do with the 3 tracks is one of 2 things. I can just leave the tracks as is and just pitch for another project, right? Whether that's with the same publisher, a different publisher, just, a different type of album. Or I can pretty much cut the tracks in half. So the rhythm section could be okay. Like if the drums are cool, but melodically it's not on point, I could keep the drums and then switch up the melody, right? Or if it's the melody, the chords and stuff that are cool, that's cool, but the drums aren't, then I can just take out the drums, save the drums as another session, and then build that up to a new track, and then just take the chords and things like that for this current track and then produce new drums. So technically I could get like 2 tracks out of the 1 track that gets rejected. So it's not necessarily a waste of time, or I can just take the track, not send it or tweak it at all, and just submit it to something else. So nothing really goes to waste, which is what I really love about producing music for TV and film, because it's something that can be used. It just didn't work for this particular project, and that's okay. So that's the process. So I shared that in the community, and what I was baffled about, which you guys helped me a lot with your recommendations and tips on that post, which is why I love Sync Producer Hub, because I get stuck sometimes myself. Like, I'm not perfect. I'm just like y'all, right? We're always learning and growing together. So I shared that, and I got some tips, and it kind of gave me some different directions I can go for the rest of this project. So I'm going to try out some of those ideas that you guys shared. Shout out to ChatGPT. Shout out to ChatGPT. It also helped me with some ideas and some progressions that I'm going to use. So yeah, that's how we're going to roll with it. We got 1 out of the 4. The other 3 we're going to kind of either repurpose or repitch somewhere else, and then we keep it moving. That's the name of the game. All right, so let's get to these questions, man. I see we got a few questions coming in. Let's see what you guys are talking about tonight. What's up, Allison Penn? Good to see you. Travis, what's up? So Travis says, would it be a bad idea to use the same stems for a song's instrumental, then reformat them for sync placements? Would it be a bad idea to use the same stems for a song's instrumental, then it depends on the stems, I think. Like, so if it's yours, you created it, like, and say you had some drum stems, I've used some of my, like, some drum patterns, like whether it was, some, like, most of the drum pattern, but I would like switch up, say, like the hi-hats or something. And then maybe switch up the snare roll or something like that. Sometimes I've used the same snare roll in some things. I would reuse things like that and repurpose that. I've done that before. I haven't reused like melodic things or like super, like, take main melody of track 1 and then put it in as a main melody for track 2. I haven't done that because I think, I don't know. I don't know how that would work with, like, the whole fingerprint technology, even though I own it, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I guess technically it would be okay, because if anything, I don't know. Maybe it would create confusion. Like, if I did it between 2 different publishers. If I did it with the same publisher, I don't think it would be a huge issue. And only issue I would see is like if they call me out on it, like, bro, you use the same melody in these 2 tracks on the same album. Can you switch it up? Like, something like that could happen. But yeah, I think it just depends on the situation, where the music's going, and who the publisher is. I think if you own 100% of it, though, like, I think you have a little more flexibility than if it was like somebody else's stems. So I don't know. Marco Benini from the Hub was saying that he's made a lot more from creating relationships with the end clients, companies that run ads, music supervisors, etc., versus music libraries. Thoughts? Yeah, I've heard from multiple people. Where am I? Hold on, where'd it go? There we go. So, yeah, man, like I don't think there's like one single like right way to do this, to make money in sync. What I think is dope about the space is that you get to see so many different perspectives and approaches from different creators in this space. Some may work with ad agencies, predominantly ad agencies. Some may work with more music supervisors predominantly. Some publishers, music libraries, all of them work. Like all of the ways, all of the routes work. It's about figuring out what works with you. So how I do that is I'll try a little bit of everything, right? I'll try everything out, for say the same amount of time. And then after a while, I'll take a step back and see, okay, what has worked the best for me? Where have I seen the most traction, the most results, the most income? And then I focus on that and I just like double down on that. And I think that's like the best way to approach it. Because it could be either of those for anybody. Just depends. Depends on the relationships you have. Depends on timing. Depends on a lot. Depends on you, how you like to work. And yeah, I think it just depends. But all of those methods work. It's just figuring out which ones work best for you and then doubling down on it. But yeah, the link didn't show up on my end, Jason. But let's see. We can actually look up I can look up that post and see if I can find it. Of course it won't. It won't pop up when I actually when I actually want to read it. Let me see. Okay, here we go. I found it. So my experience with UMG. So Marco says, let's share it. Let's share the screen. Marco says, I thought I shared my experience with UMG and some real world numbers in terms of back end. I have 15 tracks in the UMG library. They were released in April 2021. I have over 3,000 TuneSat detections, and I get detections monthly from this one library. I got paid upfront fees of 150 euros per track. This was okay to me because these tracks were lying around on my hard drive. It's a good use for them. I keep 100% of back end, no sync fees. I got that up front, and I get 25% of publishing. So far, I've been paid just under £300 or is that euros? Euros. It's euros. And back end from my PRO and 20 euros from UMG directly in 4 years. Just to compare, in 2020, I had one track that I own outright, placed on an ad that I leased directly to a client on a 2-month rotation on TV, radio, in one territory over the holiday season. And that generated over 4,000 euros, which sounds about right. And only 2 years in back end plus 8,000 euros in upfront sync fees. This too was a song that was just lying around. Is it really worth it using production music libraries, or does one only try and pitch to clients directly? Why even let these production libraries use your music? I love this. I love this perspective. Because these are like real life numbers. Now, 15 tracks in a library, or 15 tracks placed. We'll say that, like, he has 15 tracks. They were released. 3,000 detections. Get detections monthly from this one library. So he got paid 150 euros up front to do those production music library tracks, and then everything else is all back end. So 150 is on the lower end, but it's within the range. I've seen everything from 150 up to about 1,000 or so up front for a production music track. And then, on the back end, you get whatever you get. And that depends on the channels that this music is being placed on. So that compared to an ad, ads automatically are usually going to pay more, just up front and back end, because it's depending on, because it's an ad and it's playing on TV, and then depending on which channel these ads are airing on, that's going to add up to usually more. The production music stuff, again, those back end numbers. Let's see. So $300 on the back end. Those back end numbers really depend on where those tracks get placed, right? So, for example, I had an instrumental placed on Oprah Winfrey Network, right? That joint paid me a whopping 15 cents. I was rich. I took the whole family out that day. We splurged, right? 15 whole cents. That same track placed on NBC. In royalties, about $300 on the back end. It can be same track, same instrumental, same length. That's how much it can vary depending on the channel. And then you can end up somewhere in the middle on, I don't know, MTV, VH1, depending on the length, and the type of use, of course. You can look at a few bucks to 20 something bucks per use. So it really depends. It depends on the type of placements. Now, if it's only 15 tracks, that's not a ton of tracks for production music. I would say you would definitely need more tracks in there. And I think if Marco had more tracks in the library, I think he would see those numbers increase. I know he would see those numbers increase because it's more volume, right? So it's like a volume game versus like, okay, the ad game, which is you only have to do a few of those to make a large chunk of money, but then those are more competitive as well. So my approach is, let's do a hybrid, right? Let's play the volume game over here with the production music. Let's get some tracks in there that's working for us. We can knock this stuff out in our sleep, or we can take these tracks off of our hard drive that's just lying around doing nothing anyways, making $0 on our computer. So let's put it on somebody else's computer so it can at least make, if it makes 300 euros, that's 300 more euros than we had with it sitting on our computer, right? But if we up that 15 to like 150 and 10x it, now we're looking at 3,000 euros, right? So, and it with the exponential growth, 150 may even, output more than 3,000, especially once you start landing on major networks and things like that. So again, it's about taking a step back and seeing, okay, what's working for me? If you're landing more ads, like if Marco's landing more ad work and he's just like, yo, my time has just been better spent working on these ads with, the ad agency or the supervisor, naturally I would spend more time doing that. It just makes sense. It's a better use of your time. But if you're consistently getting deals to where you're getting some upfront money to do production music albums, and you're getting, thousands of dollars, per album, and then you can knock out a certain amount of albums a year, and then you see more opportunities for that than you do the ad stuff, then you go with that. And then when the ad stuff come in, do that too. Like pitch for that stuff too. Then you got a nice little a nice little bonus, and you're still kind of building up that back end royalty income that will continue to kind of pay you years and years and years. Because once the ad stops and it goes out of rotation, then that's it. Those kind of slow down, unless that track can get relicensed, which is the good thing about sync, obviously. So it's not like the track just it's not like they use it and it's like this just disposable thing and it just goes away and you can never use it again. But now you can just relicense it. Once that term is up, boom, let's relicense it for another ad or, you know, some more production stuff. So it just depends. But this was great insight. I love to see this. So yeah, shout out to Marco sharing this with the community, so we can kind of get an idea. Also, if you want to break down, you want to see different ways you can make money in sync licensing and like some of these different streams and like real life numbers based on my personal experience as well. Go to clintproductions.com/10K. That's the number 10K, just clintproductions.com/10K, and download. It's a free doc where I kind of break down numbers, real life numbers, so you can get an idea of like the ranges, because that's confusing too. It's just like, well, how much can I actually make doing sync? How much can I make with upfront sync fees? How much can I make doing production music albums on the front end and the back end and royalties? You know, how do I get to my first 10K? So that's going to break that down. clintproductions.com. I got a burp. Excuse me. /10K. And check that out. It's free. You don't have to worry about paying anything. Check that out. Let it help you. But yeah, thanks for bringing that up and pointing that out, Jason. Really appreciate that. Super dope information. We got LV Drizzle tapping in. Watching one of Smash Code's episodes on YouTube. Shout out to George. I got a question. My brain went blank. Wow, when it popped up, I'll message it. No doubt. Shout out to Smash Code. Shout out to George and the team over there. Really great company. I have a question. So I'm with BMI. I have an IPI number with my name, Allison Hawkins. I was in the song camp and I was told I had to have a publisher's number. Which, by the way, you don't have to have with BMI, but I got one. Can I now put more than one artist under my Pen Music Publishing IPI number? Yes, you can. So this is the thing with the publishing companies, with your PRO. You can, however, that writer, that artist, writer, producer, say you do some type of publishing deal with them, you're collecting the publishing through Pen Music Publishing. You can only register BMI writers under your BMI publishing account. So if you want to represent and be the publisher for writers outside of BMI, i.e. ASCAP, CSAC, you would have to register as a publisher with ASCAP and CSAC as well. Now, this is the fun part. This is the tricky, weird part. Technically, it would be the same publishing company. However, you would have to select a different name to register with ASCAP and CSAC. So it wouldn't be able to be Pen Music Publishing, the title, the name with ASCAP and CSAC. It would have to be like, one would have to be like Music Pen Publishing, or the other one could be Pen Publishing. You know what I mean? So it has to be a little bit different. But the way I did it was they all point to the same publishing company, but I just did like a DBA. I just filed like a couple DBAs once I finalized like which one was accepted with each PRO, then I just did it that way, and then we were good to go. But the short answer is yes. As long as it's a BMI writer, you can put them under Pen Music Publishing. What's up? Zimzada is in the building. Okay, here we go. Have you ever got a track or tracks pulled from music supervisors through Disco? And if so, did they message you with an offer? No, I was just talking about this with a TV placement mastery student. I have not tried it, and I think I will because I'm curious. I haven't tried the whole disco discovery thing, where like music supervisors can like just license your music directly. But I'm gonna go in and kind of set that up. I got to go through the tracks and see like, you know, what I have that would be available that's like non-exclusive, and then kind of put that out there because I'm curious. And if anybody else has experience with like having music supervisors reach out to you directly through Disco, drop it in the chat. Let us know. If you're inside Sync Producer Hub, drop it in a post, because I'm curious and see if anybody has gotten anything through that whole discovery thing. So it's like I don't know, it kind of opens, I guess it's kind of like a whole, you know, it just allows them to search for stuff according to just think of it as like just a massive library of disco for everybody who like puts their music in the pool to be discovered by supervisors. We got a question. It says about after getting placements, do you track those on your own outside of the Q Sheets? And if so, how do you do it? Excel, Google Sheets, some other service? No, like at this point, I don't. Like it's just too much. Like I'll wait till the Q Sheets come in. Usually that's when I'll find out about it. Q Sheets, or obviously like if it's like a music supervisor situation, usually you know about the placement because you're going back and forth and doing paperwork and stuff like that. So I'll find out about those pretty quick. And then like the TV stuff, the background music stuff, I usually just wait till that comes through the PRO. If I'm working with a new company and I want to see if these tracks work at some point, I'll upload those to like tunesat.com just to track them. And then after that, you know, I just submit it and forget it pretty much, and then just let stuff surprise me for the most part. Every quarter when Q Sheets come in. But yeah, outside of that, I don't really. And then once I see the Q Sheets through CSAC, we'll download those Q Sheets, and then my team will upload stuff on IMDb for, you know, credibility purposes. But that's about it. Allison always eating good over there. She says, hubby making his awesome fried pork chops. Listen, we are taking this entire stream and setting up at Allison's crib. They always eating good over there. Real Crafter versus Disco. I have Real Crafter, and I love it because it lets you see who opened the link and how long they listen. But Disco is the industry standard. Should I switch? Ooh, that's a good question. I know a few people who use Real Crafter. And Real Crafter was a sponsor of Shades of Sync, which is happening. Shadesofsync.com. Tickets are on sale, and they're like half the price from last year. Get that. That was, you know, just shameless plug. It's a conference where we get to meet in person and give you crazy gems. It's going to be fire this year too. Like, we got a new venue, some dope speakers, some dope topics. So yeah, shadesofsync.com. But Real Crafter is dope. Like, they got a couple fire features that definitely help them stand out. As far as switching, honestly, I would only switch if it came down to convenience in terms of clients I was working with and publishers I was working with, right? So if I had a handful of publishers and every time they hit me up, they're like, yo, submit through Disco, or you know, here's our like, if it just made things easier, significantly easier, then I would say, yeah, switch. But if Real Crafter's getting the job done, I say just stick with it, especially if you have like a lot of music on there and it's just easier for you to create your playlist. I think they function the same. And even with Disco, like with the publishers I know that even use Disco, a lot of times they send us their Disco inbox to just drag and drop files into. So even if you don't have a disco and publishers are using disco, it's still kind of like a drag and drop situation. And then if you are sharing links and they're asking you for links, Realcrafter absolutely gets the job done. So I would probably just stick with it, just because I like simplicity and, you know, convenience, I guess. And then I would only switch if like Realcrafter was creating headaches exchanging music between both parties. That's what I would say. But I think they're both dope platforms. Better than SoundCloud. Better than SoundCloud and attaching WAV files through Mail and Google Drive. I've even seen Apple like iCloud stuff. So yeah. Yeah, it's not samples, my creations, but the same beat, just formatted for sync instead of a song. Oh yeah. So now, are these beats already used and licensed, you know, to other artists and productions and things like that? Or are they just, these are just songs that haven't been placed or anything yet? If they haven't been placed or anything yet, yeah, you can just restructure it, pitch it for sync, 100%. If they have been used or they have been licensed, like I know some producers, they may have like a beat store and they're like, yo, I want to take all these beats and just restructure them and then pitch them for sync. But these beats have also been licensed non-exclusively to a bunch of other people. To that, I would say no, don't do that. That would definitely create some headaches. So, yeah. Let's see. Let me catch up. To make it clear, selling an instrumental on BeatStars, but then rearrange. Oh yeah. So I would not do that. I would not do that because that would create some headaches. Now, I will say this: if the beats, and I have done this, if you only had the beats available for non-exclusive licensing on, or non-exclusive leases on BeatStars, you could take those and then I've uploaded tracks like that on Pond 5 to be licensed non-exclusively, and maybe some other stock music sites. I've done that because, you know, in that situation, nobody's asking for exclusivity. It's non-exclusive across the board, and it's on a platform where, you know, it's just stock music, right? So it's nothing super deep or serious, and I'm not gonna run into like, you know, an exclusive issue where somebody's just like, oh, like we needed exclusive rights to this, but then, you know, this popped up in all these other different places and who owns what, blah blah blah. So that is the only way I would do that, to get the most use out of it. So yeah. A while ago, I purchased Road to 10 placements, but couldn't really get started because I still had questions I need to answer to get going. Do you offer one-on-one with your course? I do not do one-on-ones anymore. So there's two different ways to get coaching. It's through the community, which is kind of like me and the community. You get like the whole community, not necessarily just me answering your question all the time. But like everybody chimes in. So like if you're stuck, you have like experienced people, you have people who, you know, same position you're in, like people who are getting their first placements, first deals, all kind of chiming in. So you have like a whole community behind you in addition to the curriculum. And then I do offer, if you want, like, if you need hands-on coaching where you're just like, yo, I'm stuck. I went through the curriculum, but I need like hands-on coaching so that I can get there faster. Then I do that through TV Placement Mastery, which is a 12-week high level coaching program. That is invite only. You have to apply. So if you want to apply for that, just go to tvplacementmastery.com and then apply. And then, if it's a good fit, I'll have the team reach out. And then we kind of go from there. And the goal with that is basically take you through this process just extremely faster than just doing it on your own at your own pace, like we do through the community. But the goal is to have you, at least with one sync publishing deal by the end of 90 days. So that is an option. Those are the only two ways. Jason Dowdy says masa fried pork chop flavor. Yo, I don't know how that would work out. Like, masa messed up lime. So if they messed up something as simple as the lime flavor on a tortilla chip, I can't imagine what they would do to a fried pork chop flavor. I could see that going horribly wrong. LV Drizzle says, I've been using Disco. Well, it's pretty who you send your Disco link to who can access it. I don't believe it's all open field, but that they can do is view, stream, or upload your tracks to their files. Yeah. Appreciate that, LW. Thanks for dropping that link. Disco to add missing features. Bug Disco to add missing features. I think they no, they've been adding some stuff though. And I don't think Real Crafter has that whole discovery feature thing either for music supervisors. I think Disco kind of shines there. Disco has some stats, but I heard Real Crafter, I think their stats may be a little bit more, but I think Disco has a different tier that you can subscribe to that'll give you more details on it. But, that's if you want to get more analytical. But I like with Tim, those analytics, those are useful because it's like, if you see somebody's listening for a long period of time, you're just like, okay, there's high interest. If you see somebody continuing to go through these same tracks multiple times, it's just like, that's good. That's good information to have. Yep, it's getting the job done. Yeah, I'll keep rocking with it for sure. So yeah, for the new people joining, man, let me know where you guys are from, what you do. Drop your questions in the chat. We'll do Q&A for like 10 more minutes, and then we're going to jump into these music reviews. So, Brother Truman, what's up, Brother Truman? Says, for tracks that are already signed exclusively, if another library expresses interest, how similar can you make new tracks? Same sounds, different patterns and melodies, or different sounds and melodies? Oh, man, listen. Let me tell you. I am the king of remakes of tracks that publishers like. I will save as that session so quick, and everything is remaining. The sound selection, the mix. I'm doing, like, I'll delete the melody and the chords. I'm keeping it depending on how I program the drums, right? So if it's like a newer session where I'm doing drums in drum machine designer, versus machine where I would print the audio to drums, where, some stuff I would leave and then some things I would just redo. But today I'll probably take most of that drum pattern, go inside drum machine, the pattern joint, move a couple blocks, move a couple MIDI notes, make the kick a little bit different, make the hi-hat pattern a little bit different. I'm keeping the crashes, I'm keeping the risers, I'm keeping all the effects all the same. I'm keeping the structure the same. Like, literally, the only thing I'm changing are chords and melody. That's it. And the key. I may change the key. Depends on how caffeinated I am at the time. I don't know if I had enough coffee, I might change the key. If I'm feeling tired, we're gonna stay in the same key. But no, man, I'll copy and paste that thing. I'll use the same sounds, because it worked. Like what they liked about it is already there. The structure's there. I'm just like plugging in. It's just fill in the blanks. Just filling in the blanks. It's already structured out. I don't really got to think about it. Fill in the blanks. Boom, done. Those are the quickest tracks I've ever made. And it works. Boom. Allison with another question. Put this in the forum and Steve M answered, but I wanted to ask you, so I'll ask. I have X amount of tracks at TuneEdge. One that got accepted is now gone? What could that mean? Allison's track got kidnapped. Like, this is wild. I've never heard of that. Tracks disappearing, gone missing from the publisher. I don't know. That's new to me. That I've never heard of tracks disappearing. I would reach out to them like, fam, like, who kidnapped my music? It was here and it was accepted. Now it's gone. I feel like that has to be like a technical glitch. It has to be. Because I don't know why it would just be gone. That doesn't make sense. That sounds like a tech issue. Because even if it's exclusive, if it got placed, like, it should still be there. It should be it's in the library, right? Exclusive or non-exclusive, tracks should not disappear from your catalog. So I will reach out to them. They're probably having tech issues with the new site or something, because that's crazy. Okay, so Real Crafter does not have Discovery. Clint, is the Sync Producer Hub link working? Oh shoot, I completely forgot to turn that joint on. Oh, it's like we're like 5 minutes. Uh-oh, shoot. Now I accidentally turned it off. Yes, well, no, it was not working because I forgot to turn it off. That's my bad. And now I did something to where it's not popping up. There's a button here that I can toggle. I turned it on and it went away, but now the button's not there anymore. My bad, y'all. My bad to the Sync Producer Hub members. So Sync Producer Hub members, you guys have for those who didn't know, we kind of switched it a little bit where there's a private link that you guys have access to if you want to dial in and ask a question. I completely forgot to turn that joint on. It's crazy. I'll make sure I turn it on next week. But now I got to figure, I broke it. Like, it's not even, yeah, it's not even on the, wow. All right. Well, there you go. So listen, TuneEdge is having tech issues because tracks are gone missing, according to Allison. I'm having tech issues because my button disappeared. Everything's disappearing this week, apparently. So yeah, thanks for bringing that up, Lighthouse. Completely slipped my mind. Change key, change tempo, add new melody, twist the rhythm around new track. I don't even change the tempo. Like, the tempo staying the same. Everything is just the same. This is Pablo Bars. Went and changed my YouTube from my artist name to. Oh, okay, dope. Changing the key and making alternate bass notes can make a track notes to be different. 100%. I agree. I mean, you change the bass line, man. They're not gonna know, and a lot of them don't even care. They just like, yo, just don't make it too close. If it's your track, right? Now, if we're talking about somebody else's song, you know, something from a reference, no, don't get close to that, right? We're talking about tracks that you produced 100%. A publisher was like, hey, we love these tracks, but those tracks ended up getting signed exclusively to another publisher. And you're like, yo, I can make more just like it. That's what we're talking about, just to be clear. I don't want y'all out here getting tied up in lawsuits from popular hit songs and whatnot and major publishers. We don't want y'all in like a Suno situation. Let's try and stay away from those situations. Yeah. Could it be a project want to use it exclusively? No, because again, even if they want to use it exclusively, the publisher's not going to. They're not going to make it. You know, it should still show in your catalog of music, because they're not going to make it unavailable to you in the system, because they still need that still needs to be in the system. Now, okay, let's hypothetically say, Walmart wanted to use the track exclusively for an ad campaign, meaning they don't want any other department store or whatever using this same track. You see this a lot with car ads too, where they're like, you know, exclusivity is only towards auto brands. Like, you can use this track and license it to like a shoe company or something like Nike, but don't go send this to another car company. You will see that. But like, let's say Walmart wanted to use it exclusively, the publisher is still going to have that track in their catalog, because eventually there's a term to that exclusivity, and that exclusivity may also only be tied to the type of brand. You know what I mean? Like the category of brand. So it could very well still continue to be licensed to another brand, just in a different category. And the track's exclusivity, when you opt into for your track to be exclusive with TuneEdge specifically, they're just saying we want to be the only publisher to represent and publish and exploit this track. So hopefully that makes sense. If not, shoot me a message inside the community and I can clarify. But what is the biggest lesson? I'll answer this question, and then we'll take a quick break and start reviewing some music in a second. What's up, Flares? Flare says, what is the biggest lesson you learned in IT that translates to sync? Redundancy. Listen, if I have not learned anything else in my IT career, it is the importance of redundancy. What do I mean? This hard drive on this computer that has these projects that I work on every day for sync, back it up. The backup drive that has the backup sessions, or the old sessions that I worked on, back that up twice. Redundancy. That's like the biggest lesson I've learned. I've seen so many people lose stuff in corporate America, like VPs, all types of execs, high level execs, CEOs, just mad, bro. When you show up on site and they're like, yeah, I was supposed to back up, my company gave me this drive to back up my information, but I just haven't had a chance. I've been so busy. And you tell them, yeah, fam, this was like an SSD. And when that joint dies, you're not recovering this. The way your drive died is not coming back. You lost everything. And then, I don't know, they want you to do magic or something and make it come back. And you're like, I don't do that. It's not coming back. You should have backed it up. You see what that does to people in real life. And you're just like, you know what? I don't want to be that person. I'm going to go home, back up these sessions, back up this system. Shoot, have a backup computer. I got a whole nother computer back here that if something happens to this, listen, I'm pulling that thing up and I'm going to figure it out. And we're going to make that old system work. Or I use my iPad. I got like at least 3 ways to create music so that I can keep moving in the event of an emergency. So redundancy, biggest lesson I learned, backup stuff. So yeah, bring back DVD backups. Yeah, man. Back up, back up, back up, back up. And I've been, it translates in sync because I've been in situations where a publisher hit you back about an old session and it was on a backup drive. It wasn't on the main thing. I've switched computers so many times, but it was on a backup drive. I still had it, was still able to access it, make the edits, and go from there. Shoot, let me see. Yeah, man, things die. Things happen, so redundancy. But yeah, man, great questions. You guys stick around. We're gonna take a quick break. Go grab a snack or something. Grab something to drink. Grab a nap. I don't know. Do whatever you got to do. But we're about to come back in like 5 minutes. We're gonna listen to some music from the community. See if it's ready for TV and film. And yeah, we're gonna keep it moving. All right. Catch y'all in a minute. we're back. Welcome back. So, I don't have masa chips today. Wife was up there making brownies. I said, forget those masa chips. We about to eat these brownies tonight. That's what we got. All right. So this was funny, and then I realized it was a typo. But why does this keep doing this to me? Why does this keep shrinking to a very small font? Alice says, I put my songs across several flash drives and on 2 people, and I emailed them to myself. At first, I thought she literally meant like on 2 people. Like she walks up to 2 people. It's just like, listen, if anything happens to me, take this flash drive and keep it. I may need it. I need you to keep this. I was just like, that's dedication. All right, y'all. We're back for music reviews. We're about to see if your music is ready for TV and film. If you are not a member of Community, the link is in the description. You can get your music reviewed. Just drop it in the pinned post inside the community. But first, we need to see who's on the leaderboard, man. Y'all know how we get down. So let's do that. Who do we got? This week, 7-day leaderboard, we got Jason, and Preet. We got back-to-back Jasons again. I see y'all. Preet, what's up? Shout out to Preet. Preet just reached level 7 not too long ago. He just secured his free Sync Producer Hub membership for life. When you hit level 7, that's what we give you because we just love you. So that's what we do. All right, this is how this works. So top 3 on the 7-day leaderboard gets played first. If for whatever reason the top 3 aren't there, we're gonna go to 4, 5, 6. I don't know why I didn't do that the other week. Like we just went through I was like, we should have just went down the list until we get somebody. So let's go. Let's see if Jason has something in the in the lineup for tonight. Drop some fire emojis if y'all ready to listen to this music. And let's get it started. I know I'm ready. Preet got to change his name to Jason to get the 3 W's. No, right? The tale of the 2 Jasons. Exactly. Speaking of Jason, Janelle. What's up, Janelle? Sounds like an espionage movie plot. 100%. Like get bouncing sessions on flash drives and walking up to 2 random people. And like be serious though too. Like this is a matter of national security. All right. I'm seeing fire emojis. That means y'all ready. If y'all ready, I'm ready. Jason Revels. Let's see if Jason Revels got something ready. There we go. Hey fam, one of my favorite times of the week. Unfortunately, I've got a late night gig tonight, so I'll have to miss the reviews this time. Gonna try to tune in if I can though. Can't wait to hear everyone's track. Hope you all have an awesome Friday. All right, well, it's all good. We didn't get Jason Revels' track tonight. All right, Jason Dowdy, don't let us down, man. The other Jason had a gig. We understand. But let's see what if Jason has something, the other Jason. Here we go. We got something from Jason Dowdy. Blazing horns, amped toms, hyped staccato strings, drumline snares, and a plucked guitar fuel this driving competitive track to inspire the athlete in all of us to overcome any obstacle. I feel like these brownies will not go with this track. It feels counterproductive, but we're gonna eat them anyway while listening to this track. Let's go. The Born Backup. That's it. That is the name of it. We should do an AI video of the Born Backup featuring Jason Bourne. How just fitting. All right, let's check it out. I hear you. Is this one mixed, Jason? Dope switch up. I would clean up the low end a bit too. The kick. Bro, that. I'll take a bite of brownie. That ending was crazy, dude. I would just clean up the low end. I think the low end was a little muddy. The kick wasn't really punching through like it normally does in your mixes. So yeah, I would revisit that, like the bass, kick, and then cleaning up anything that's kind of on that low mid range of the spectrum. But love the track. Production there, love the switch ups, love the hits, love the musicality that was happening with those runs, man. Super dope. No icing on these. Just straight brownie. Just a brownie. Nothing fancy. My wife, she tried that once. But yeah, usually no. Indeed. Good one just needs a clap. That finger snap good for certain sequences through outro hot. Ray's rocking with it. Aquila was good. Like the ending. Yeah, the ending was crazy. Patty P. Has Patty P entered the building? Is that precisely P3? Not Patty P, precisely P. I like the shout out to y'all with the name changes. Getting all fancy. All right, let's keep it moving. That was Jason Dowdy. Let's do Preet. Let's see if Preet got anything. Let me mark that so I know I played it. Preet. I don't see a submission from Preet. But that's okay. Janelle's up next. We'll do Janelle, and then number 5 was Marco. So we'll see if Marco have anything. And then that should fill us in for Jason and Preet. So it says more from my true crime album. Yes, more of that. A dark and dramatic blend of powerful percussion with eerie synths that builds tension and intrigue, ideal for true crime, psychological thrillers, and suspenseful storytelling. Didn't they, though? Came in here changing all the names. That's like our 3rd name change for the night. Spiked brownies. Spiked brownies. We'll find out in 30 minutes if she spiked. That's hilarious. It's like that would be wild though, because they were sitting like I went upstairs to use the restroom, and they're just laid there, freshly baked on the oven, as if I was supposed to just walk into it. So I don't know. Could be a trap. We'll see. Let's see if we make it. Look at Lamar. Hold on. Lamar changed his name to Ramal. Oh, man. All right. Let me start that over. I wasn't paying attention. I swear this makes me want to watch a good movie. I think so. She just took a step. Yeah, because everything is saying at. Is that new? Yeah. That joint's ready. Man, I love that. Like this, yeah. Share like every track of this album with us, Janelle, because this is good stuff. And I'm excited to see where it ends up, placement wise, because with stuff like this, you really never know. Like you never know. Like it could go from, you know, some crime show to some action thriller movie to like Nickelodeon news. Like it'll just be all over the place. But yeah, dope stuff. I think it's ready to go. I can see the credits at the beginning of a movie with this plan. Yeah. Of that, yeah, they must have. They was like, we're gonna show people's at names. Running with Patty P helps me get my cardio count for the week. Exactly. Listen, I need to run with Patty tonight after smashing these brownies. Like they're not. I mean, they're made with like clean ingredients, but I mean, it's still a brownie, extra calories, but. Yeah, I think we should just all run together tonight. Let's make it a community run. All right, good stuff, Janelle. Let's go. Very intense, definitely. You make it for crime, and it ends up on Martha Stewart or something. 100%. It's crazy. So yeah. Something's going on with YouTube because it deleted my KJ from in front of yeah, but like I promise when we first started this, I remember seeing, or maybe I don't know, maybe that's crazy. No, yeah, since the start of the stream, it's been saying ats. All right, well, let's keep it moving. Let's see if Marco had anything for us this week. Do we have any newbies in the building? Any newbie submissions? Uh-oh. I don't think we got one from Marco. We might have to go even further down the leaderboard this week. Nope. All right. Who's it? Ray. We got Ray. Ray, did you submit something? This is the off week. Ray is out of the lineup. Number 7, Jamal. Do we have Jamal with a submission this week? I don't even see Jamal. This is crazy. No, here he is. Literally posted it like an hour ago. Jamal got in that joint. Heat of the Night blends smooth R&B melodies with classic Southern soul vibes. Perfect for storytelling, flirtation, or a grown and sexy anthem. The track features warm keys, a subtle bass line, and a slow burning rhythm, ideal for passionate vocals and soulful verses. Oh, we're going to get to yours, Allison. We should be able to get through everybody's tonight. This is soulful. Married to Medicine. Loving hip hop. I've seen Maurice for like tracks like this. I think it will work well for something like that. It's all good, right? It's all good. We just gonna keep working our way down. The almost downfall of Martha Stewart. See, this is like an example of one of those tracks that just sets a vibe and a mood. Doesn't have to do a whole lot. That would kind of be where I would end it, I think. Something like this. Right after that. But let's keep listening. See where it goes. Ramal will call out some panning in a minute. I'm gonna just call you Ramal tonight, tomorrow. Yeah, let's see how it ends. Yeah. So I'm a DJ. Before about to choke on the brownie live. That is wild. Let's not do that. So I like it. Like I think the track is ready. The only modification I'll probably make is just kind of shortening it a little bit. Cause with something kind of minimal like this, it starts to get repetitive. But I don't really feel like it needs a bunch of added instrumentation. So I would probably just shorten it so it doesn't just sound like we just got the same idea going over and over and over for 3.5 minutes. The sting ending you have is great for this. I would just scoot that joint up to about 144, and then end it there, and call it a day. But yeah, I think this would get placed on a bunch of reality show type stuff for sure. It's kind of like, it's soulful but not too slow, and then the drums kind of give it a little, a little upbeat vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like baby making R&B music. It's like, it's a vibe, right? It's a vibe, but we ain't getting too serious yet. It's just a vibe. It's just flirting. We're not going all the way in. So good work, Jamal. I rock with it. All right. That's it for the leaderboard. I think we've exhausted the leaderboard at this point. I think we went through the entire 7-day leaderboard to get our first 3 tracks started. So, yeah, let's go. Let's keep it moving. Teddy Burr. Let's see what Teddy got. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me go to the chat and see what. Smooth, definitely a vibe. Dope. This will work well as a transition period in a TV show. I could hear that. Love the minimalistic sound of it. Don't be panning, Ramal's panning. I dug it. Move that bridge up a little further in the arrangement. The second sequence wasn't necessary. I agree. I would have ended it around 1:30. Montage in the housewife show. 100%. Yeah, definitely usable. All right, let's see what Teddy been cooking up. Hope you're having a great week. This is a female empowerment song that could be used in party scenes, montages of girls excelling. That's another thing I see a lot. That kick is kicking, though.
If you're gonna go weak, time to let go. Turn down the lights, shut the doors, go. Shake off the stress, we're ready to shine. Step in the spotlight, this moment is mine. I'm here with my girls, we're feeling right. Taking over, yeah, we own the night. Step to the side, keep on over. We live it up like there's no tomorrow. Girls, you got that magic you wish you had. Girls, do the impossible, do it with us. Girls, we got that magic wish you had. Girls, do the impossible, do it with us. Girls, you got that magic you wish you had. Girls, do the impossible, do it with us. Girls, we got that magic wish you had. Girls,
100%.
do the impossible, do it with us. I'm here with my girls and we're feeling right. Taking over, yeah, we own the night. Step to the side, don't keep on over.
You got
We
jokes.
live it up like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, those brownies are gone. They were fresh. They were warm. Shout out to the wife. Wasn't expecting that. I thought I was smelling something. Like, before we went on break, I'm like, something's going on up there. I knew something was going, because she was asking me about snacks. And I was like, I don't have any snacks. She thinks I have like secret stashes of snacks down here, and I do, but I really didn't have any. But okay, so dope vocals, dope melodies. It was hard to hear the vocals sometimes with the vocal effects. I like the vocal effects. I just think for the hook, I would like for the vocals to kind of stand out a little bit more and become more clear. However, I think this type of track could definitely be used. Yeah, I think it could definitely be used. I think let me listen to the ending. I see Breeze for that stuff. Like Jason just mentioned, like this stuff will brief all the time, and it's fun, it's upbeat. Need a Sting ending. I was thinking about the DJ horn, but I would say Sting ending, add a Sting ending. You may be able to it depends on what the publisher thinks at this point in terms of like that vocal. They could just be just a taste. It might be all right. That might be all right. You might be able to get away with that. If you had that Sting ending on there, you might be able to get away with that. I don't think it's too bad. Yeah. But yeah, I think at that point, see what the publisher says. If they don't say anything, then boom. But if they say something, then okay. Let me bring out these vocals in the hook a little bit more. And credits for a movie. Yep. What's up? Earn money, right? Balance the cool effects with the vocals. Yeah. And I do the incrimination. Mega Man, what's up, Mega Man? I could hear that guitar breakdown part transition toward the end and the same transition. The whole thing works though. Yeah. Dope. And oh yeah, you talking about the the snacks? I do. I usually have something. Listen, you gotta have studio snacks. You down here working. You don't want to keep running up and down. You get what you need. Set yourself up for success. Get you some snacks. Speaking of snacks, there's a code in the description. You can get 20% off your first order of masa chips. It's a very, very clean and healthy tortilla chip, cooked in grass-fed beef tallow. It's really good stuff. I just don't have any tonight because wife had brownies. So we said, listen, we're gonna choose the brownies definitely over the lime flavor. If you do get some masa chips, you use that link. Me personally, I would recommend you not to get lime. Go with the Cabanero. Go with the the white. The masa white was good. If you want something a little sweet, go with the churro. The blue was cool. I mean, nothing fancy. I mean, it's a blue tortilla chip. Use it to dip in your Chipotle or whatever. But yeah. All right, so shout out to Teddy. I rock with that. Nice vibe. Let's see what else we got, man. Let's do some random scrolls. We got Allison. It's funny because last week I tried my hand at making a Latin beat. Then this week I read that article on Sync Trends. Just a FYI, my writing mentor, now a good friend of over 15 years, who is 92 and still writing mystery novels. 92 years old. Is that the age? That's a blessing to see 92. Let me tell you. Has a friend who is 95. Wow, this keeps getting better. And is a composer, still creating music. He wrote a new song this week. Listen, I don't want to hear any excuses from y'all young people. We have 95-year-olds out here writing new songs as of this week. What's your excuse? You should have none. He told my friend that he is earning more royalties from songs he wrote over 15 years ago than ever before. The style, Latin music. He said that Latin music is being played in discos in places like the Philippines, Europe, and Indonesia. So what do you think? Bossa Nova with a twist. That is inspiring. Allison has been in her bag. I've heard at least 4 different styles of music from Allison. had that sauce in there. Okay. That is crazy. Imagine that. We're going to come back to that. This made Precisely P put on her dancing shoes. See? This is crazy. Yep. Done. Just solidify that Sting ending. That's it. But that they gonna eat that up. Yeah, that was dope. Nah, I think you nailed it. So let's talk about this 95 and 92 though. Like I can't accept any excuse, any other excuses at this point. Like that is wild. So now let's talk about seeing royalties from 50-year-old work. This is why I obsess about sync licensing. There's not many things like, obviously music just as a whole, no matter, if you're on the artist side of things, writing for artists, obviously that lives long as well. But if you're not producing music for major artists to get those big records that last for years, like some of these major hits that we grew up on, sync is the way to build a catalog of music, of intellectual property that will continue to pay you far beyond your life, to be honest with you. Like, it will pay for the rest of the music's life. And like whoever controls the rights to the music, they're the ones that's going to get paid. So you can literally take this catalog, like for the next 50 years, y'all, since, obviously, Lord willing, we have as much time as some of Allison's friends on earth. For the next 50 years, let's just build this catalog of music, get it placed so that we can look back 50 years and be like, oh yeah, like that track I made back in 2025 is 2075, and the track I made in 2025 is still paying me royalties and is playing all over the world. That is a concept to grasp. Wow. So that gives you something to think about. Dope. Hi, Keith says, I was just talking to my wife earlier on a walk about how sync licensing is a long-term play. 100%. Allison is the MVP. I demand you all vote for her or else. Oh my gosh. Here comes LW 4533. Oh man. But yeah, it's true. Like I told y'all, like sync is one of those things, man, where it's just like I don't feel like I'm wasting time. Like I'll sit, even when we were talking about the tracks that got rejected earlier from the publisher, I'm still cool because I know like I can still use these tracks. Like they're not, it just didn't fit this, but like I use that time to create that music, and that music is going to pay me over and over and over and over and over and over. Hopefully it then starts paying my kids, and then they just keep seeing it. But the work was done. I only had to spend the hour, 2 hours making it. That's it. I'm done. 2 hours paid for the rest of my life. It's Crazy. Not many things will do that. Not many things will do that. Yeah, not many things will do that. So let's go. If you don't know how to get your music placed in TV and film, join us at Sync Producer Hub. Link is in the description, pinned in the comments. Let's keep it moving. Allison, great work. Mariano. I'm sending you this pop rock track from a 12-track album I released last year. I've sent it to several libraries, but haven't had any luck. I'm starting to wonder if the genre isn't very interesting. Now, I remember he said something like this last week with a track, and I'm like, yo, this is fire. So let's check it out. He wants to know if he just haven't sent it to the right place, or if the production isn't good enough. So let's check it out. But that last one he sent was, I thought it was dope. I'm sorry. Like, I need to know who these publishers are that Mariano is sending this music to. And we just need to go, and we all, as a community, just need to have a conversation with them. And just like, what is wrong with your ears? This could absolutely be used for a ton of shows. A ton of shows. I can hear this on like home improvement shows, cooking shows. It was this barbecue show I was watching once. It was really good. Especially if you like to grill, and also if you like to eat. Like, it's really good at just making you hungry, because the ribs and the steak, like, it looks delicious, and you just end up hungry, and then you want to go cook something. But I can hear this. The mix sounds good. Switch ups. Drums gonna mix good. Mix well. Oh, 100%. 100%. So many things. Yep. Love the panning. It has a sting in it and everything. Come on. I don't know what's going on with the publishers, Mariano. I don't know what's going on with them. I wonder if they just didn't respond yet. I'm gonna just give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, they just haven't responded yet. They haven't gotten to it. But if they respond and it's like, yeah, this won't really work, I would be surprised. Like, that is so syncable. That's super syncable. So yeah, keep it up. Like, don't stop at all. Keep submitting. And then hopefully you find a good fit for this stuff. This is great stuff. This is the second track. Second or third, I've heard. And it sounds really good. So, yeah, it's promising. I think it's just a matter of finding that right publisher before things start to take off for you, bro. So keep it up. Football highlights. Yep. I agree. Commercials. Like, look at this. The chat will tell you if it's syncable or not. The chat is saying, yes, sync this. Right? Like, we want more of what happened in that track. Property, yeah. Everything. Just everything. This can be used for everything. Let's just put it that way. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, Ramal Franklin. This cue is titled Evidence, an investigative cue featuring piano, synth, bass percussion, and hybrid synth sounds. Is it ready? Let's check it out. Evidence. Uh-oh. Lamar's in his investigative bag. Oh, yeah. Oh, come on. I know, like, we'll place it. Just leave it up to us. We got it. Let's just make the whole show and place it in our own show. How about that? This is fire, Lamar. Wait, is this not? Wait a minute. Is this not Ramal? Oh, Webster. Yo. Oh man, that's the second week in a row. I'm horrible with names. I gotta get better at this. It's just one of those things where I see Lamar in the chat, so I just immediately associate it with whoever's in the chat. Oh, there's the right one. Lamar Franklin 9341. Shout out to YouTube with these random numbers. Theodore 6426. Why do they come up? What's with the numbering system, YouTube? Lamar Franklin. My bad, Ramal Webster. Y'all got it. Y'all just gonna have to. Y'all gonna have to bear with me. Give me a year or so. I'll get it together eventually. All right. Yeah, this is ready. This is great. Crime, murder, mystery show, documentary. Yeah, I can hear this being used on a lot of different things. It's ready to go. It's ready to go. So, okay, yeah. I know that's what they making it seem like with all these numbers. They switched it up. It's like let's assign everyone a number. We got Janelle Costa 5139 7870. We just gonna. It's crazy. For those magic green bound. Listen, it's still up for debate. Still up for debate, man. But this happened even when we didn't have brownies last week. This keeps happening. It's been a recurring thing. I know. I mean, that's the safest way to go at this point. We just gonna rock with the numbers. And then everybody's been changing names, so it's just I'm super confused at this point. I don't know who anyone is. All right, let's keep it moving. Great work, Lamar Franklin. I even got a picture right here. Like, there's no excuse. All right. Let's keep it moving. Let's go to the bottom. Kevin Johnson, he just got one in. This is something from my sport anthem album I'm working on, The Crusher. Let me know what you think. Right into it. Love it. Oh, I like the little. Hold on. I like the sting. It was like a pre-verse sting. I like that. I may have to try that. I like that. That's honestly, hold on. That's kind of a smart way to throw, because what was that, like 15 seconds? He low-key threw a bumper at the beginning of the song. Because normally I would like create my bumpers, like my 15-second bumpers from the end of the song and then go back. But he low-key had it like right there at the beginning. It's kind of brilliant, to be honest with you. I like the little vocal in there. No. Who had nachos? Y'all hear the bass, the growl. Gem, like an unexpected gem. Yeah. Good work, Kevin. That joint was dope. It doesn't necessarily, I mean, I can see it working for sports. It doesn't give me like anthem vibes, but it, like with the instrumentation you have, but the vocal kind of gave it, I don't know, it smoothed it out a little bit, in a good way. But yeah, dope work. I like that. I like how you structure that out. Good work. Michael McConnor. Michael Connor, the only one with his regular name in the chat. All right, let's see what Michael been cooking. It says this week a cover of a classic to showcase some strings work. One of my dearest friends, Clinton Jordan, is a vocal master with an incredible vocal range, having graced many a stage worldwide. This arrangement will be on a project we're working on. I just called to say I love you. The spicy ending comes in around 4:45 with the pepper emoji. Let's check it out. Strings already starting.
New Year's Day to celebrate. No chocolate covered candy hearts to give away. No first of spring.
Classic.
No song to sing. In fact,
That was
it's
Kevin.
just another ordinary day.
It was Kevin Johnson, that last track.
No April rain, no flowers bloom, no wedding Saturday within the month of June. But what it is all so new. Made up of these free
Yeah.
words that I must say to you.
Yeah.
I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care.
Covers, man. The secret sink sauce.
I just called
Wow.
to say
That's huge. I mean,
I love
that's super huge.
you. And I mean it from
I feel like it's coming. I feel like it's coming, Jason.
my heart.
Oh, it's definitely coming after you hit that low note.
Summer's high, no warm July, no harvest moon tonight, one tender August night. No autumn breeze, no falling leaf, not even time for birds to fly to southern skies. No Libra sun, no Halloween, no giving thanks to all the Christmas joy you bring. To say,
Oh, here it is. It's about to happen.
I just called
There it is.
to say I love you.
The strings and these chords.
I just called to say how much I care. Yeah, I do. I just called to say I love you. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I just called
Y'all better
to
modulate.
say I love you. I just called to say
Oh, yeah.
how much I care. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I just called to say
How they gonna collab on the run?
love you.
The riff.
And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Oh, my heart. Oh, my heart.
Great arrangement. Great. I feel like a DJ horn is so inappropriate after a song like that. But no, this was a great arrangement. Strings, the chords, the vocals, well executed. Y'all did y'all's thing with that, and love the collaboration on the riffs as well. Like y'all were locked in. I feel like I wouldn't have been surprised if another modulation would have happened. I feel like he had it too in his voice. He had another couple octaves in him, or not octaves, but half steps. Yeah, good stuff. Those chords, man. Goodness. All right. Strings and keys. Michael McKees McConnor. Let's see what else we got. Mark, we're going to skip him. Let's see what Christopher Platt. What's up, Chris? I know I'm brand new to the group. Shout out to Chris Platt in the building. He's a newbie. But there's no better time to jump off the boat than right now. Exactly. Action takers are money makers. This is one of my beats titled Wrap It Up. Mid-tempo with some low synth pizzicato and banging drums with 808. Hope you guys like it. P.S. Please forgive me. It hasn't been mastered yet. No doubt. Let's check it out. Welcome to the hub. I like this, Chris. Yes, it is. Wrap it up. After I had my third kid, that should have been the next song I wrote. Was Wrap It Up. Fam. Beats from the heart. That's what's up. He's in the building. Boom, we got this thing in it. Yeah. Like, I think, just tightening up the mix, mastering. I think the structure's tight. Excuse me. I like the melody. Intro straight to the point. Let's see. Yeah, I can hear this being used for sure. There we go. Welcome. Yeah, good work. You're definitely on the right track, bro. Definitely on the right track. So yeah, looking forward to hearing, like, once everything is done and polished and stuff like that. I think that yo, wrap it up condoms with the subtitle Make Music Not Excuses. ClintProductions.com. You can get them. They come in a 5-pack, 10-pack, or a 20-pack. You'll save 20% if you get the 20-pack. Oh, that's crazy. Y'all come up with the wildest ideas, man. A classic 90s R&B title. Could use the crescendo after the drop. I'm not mad at that. Hear a vocal on it. Yep. Easily. Feels good. Just need to come up louder. That's it. Sync this. Yep. So yeah. Yep, I definitely think it's syncable. So yeah, finish that joint up, mix it, master it. It'll be good to go. Welcome to the hub, man. You're in the right place, because I mean you got the Urban Mixing Made Simple course in there if you need to tighten up mixing. So yeah, you about to crush it. You're in the right place. SyncProducerHub.com. All right, let's keep it moving. We're done. We're doing good on time. Truman, first time submitting. Shout out to Truman. Tune Up is an energetic hip hop track and is the first track I made with a sync production mindset instead of a song production mindset. Let's talk about it. Instantly hear like scene transition. Make music, not babies. Yep. Just need some transitional sounds would help. Yeah. Nah, this joint's about there. The only thing I would add for real is when you're transitioning from your different sections, just some type of riser or crash or cymbal swell or you got a snare roll in there in different spots, but something to just kind of signal that transition so we kind of feel it going to the next section. But other than that, I think it's ready. I think it's syncable. Yeah, I just think that would just add to it, you know what I mean? But as far as like the mix, arrangement, sound selection, yeah, I think you got one with potential here, Truman. Welcome to the hub. Shout out to your first submission, and apparently you are on the right track, my friend. Knight Rider rules David Hasselhoff's best role with the kit car. 80s vibes, like the bass, yeah, slowed down. Yeah, I could hear that. I could hear that too. Yeah, let's go. Did we play a track from Terry, or was that somebody else? Maybe not. Okay, this is an eerie, mysterious, intense track meant to bring the sense of horror waiting behind the closed door. Uh-oh. Let's switch the vibe up a little bit. That too. Some drops. I agree. Oh yeah, this is ooh. Love the theme. Yep. No doubt. Somebody, apparently. All that thing is missing is a scream. Somebody's screaming. I wanted some bass, but for the type of track it is, I could kind of get it though. You know what I mean? Like that, it gives it that like unresolved feeling. But yeah, I like it. I think it'd be used. It reminds me of like those like those classic like thrillers. It reminds me of those from like the 90s, early 90s. It kind of has some of that. There's something nostalgic about it, but I like it. Good work, Terry. Yeah. Love those. This is what would make a camp horror movie extremely frightening. Oh, yeah. It's like the music it just makes the whole thing. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was kind of hearing. Just something, it doesn't have to be like, strong, but just something where you feel it. It's just like you feel that low end just kind of staying there on the minor, whatever the root note. I'm sure Michael done found here it is, the C notes. So yeah, good work, man. All right. Let's go. Where are we at? Let me see. We got Jaco. We did Allison. Lamar Franklin. We do Miguel at the end. We got Rich. Let's play Rich. Let's see what Rich got. We'll go to about 11:30, and then I'll cook up a quick investigative track or something. This is the result of experimenting with new sounds and catching the mood. TikTok, not TikTok, as the tension builds. P.S. Per several people's suggestions, I remixed to bring the volume down to a sane level. Big tip, turn off normalize or set it to overload protection only in your bounce dialogue setting. Yes, it's a great tip. I think that did the trick. Please reference this remix for tonight. Okay, so let's check this one out. Okay, bet. We're gonna get to it. Thanks, Rich. Y'all in y'all's tension suspense thing. Don't. I think maybe a little more reverb on that drum or that hit, so it rings out a little bit more. And then just maybe a note at the end. Maybe, because I've ended some tracks like this where I had like a kind of like a drum hit, like a cinematic drum hit at the end, and just kind of let the last chord or note just kind of naturally ring out. So you may be able to get away with that as well. But yeah, that's another one of those like minimal tension cues. That sound I would probably turn down in the mix. I'd probably turn that down a little bit so it's not too overpowered. But yeah, I like it. And maybe even filter out some of that some of the high end frequencies on the EQ. So yeah. Earlier, I wrote that I saw the opening of a film as they showed the actors widescreen across the Sahara, and you know there was going to be mystery, adventure, intrigue. Oh, I think she's talking about that track. Watching too much true crime and horror. I know, like that's what y'all been on this week. I rock with it though. Let's go. Frime beats. Let's see what Frime been cooking up. My first try at making a romance drama theme score. Is it romancing enough? Oh, we'll let you know. Especially since we dropped our new condom line. I make music, not babies. Wrap it up. The last R&B track started that. Here, let's let's play it. See what's up. This is feeling hopeful. This is feeling like, you know what? We may actually have another baby on the way. I don't know. I'm not feeling romance. I'm feeling inspired. Relief. Right. It's Rich is writing things that take place in the desert. That's your specialty now. Like now, you have to find a way to set up a mobile production setup in the middle of the desert and just create there. And let's see what happens. Let's see what we get. Rough love. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, this is like, yo, like, it was like this makes me feel like this person was in a trash relationship, but then they finally found that person that they actually connected with, and they're not trash. And now they feel like they found the person they could spend the rest of their life with. And they're hopeful that things will work out. And they went through all that they went through with the other person, and then they found this dream person. That's what this feels like. Not necessarily romantic, but, you know, that. But yeah, but I like it, though. Let me see. How did it end again? I rock with it. I like it. I like the big drums. There you go. Easy. It sounds too much like the mobile home meth lab in Breaking Bad. But instead of the meth lab, it's a studio. It's a music lab. Make music, not meth. That's the next one. It's the next line. But yeah, I like that, Frime. Is it romancing enough? I would say. I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess, I mean, it could be in a romantic movie, I suppose. Maybe at like the end or some climactic, hopeful point. I think it could work in some way, shape, or form. All right, let's keep it moving. Zacchaeus Wood. Let's check it out. Yeah, sure. Joys of tension. Y'all are in the tension bag. It's nothing but tension tonight. That's why I'm gonna make some tension. $5.90's like, finally, I've been waiting 2 hours. And he submitted first. I shouldn't have did $5.90 like that. He was at the top of the list. Sometimes I shuffle it up. I like this though. Yo, I gotta show y'all something. I'll share it. I'll share it in the hub. It'll be easier. It's fire though. I think a better violin would sound better with that high pitch thing, the movement. Or like a more, it'd probably be like a combination, like a realistic sound coupled with better articulation and some automation. So it feels like a actual violin. Yeah, the artwork is nice. Yeah. 100% agree. Should we just leave it unresolved? I would probably just leave that joint unresolved like that. Forget the root note. How about that? I like it though. But yeah, I think better strings or real strings even. Absolutely, I agree with Michael with that. Would take that to the next level. Yeah. But yeah, I like it. I like the vibe. You're in the right place. I'm glad you're here, man. Welcome to the hub, and thanks for submitting that. Let's go. All right, let me see. I think we had Caleb. I think that was the last one. Oh, and Jaco. Let me see. All right, it's been a long time since submitting something for music reviews, but I've got an interesting little upbeat groove I wanted to share and see how ready it might be for sync. Let's see. to imagine where I can hear it. The great textures. Where could y'all hear this? The art. Stranger Things club scene or something like that. Construction montage. Hold music on the business telephone line. There you go. I'm still trying to find the plug for that because we need to update that music. If I have to listen to AT&T's hold music, it's been the same for so long. Like, can we switch it up? Can y'all, alternate between a few different tracks, not the same thing. Weather Channel crime series. Need the Summertime Green Now. Car commercial. I could hear a car commercial. Okay, I could hear that. Functional fitness beverage or something like that. Yeah. Commercial. Yeah, I love the bass. I love the texture of that joint too. Yeah. So yeah, I think it definitely has its places where it could be used for sure. Just a matter of matching the needs to it. But yeah, I think it sounds good. Mix sounds good. Structure's nice. I'm not mad at that at all. Let's scroll back up here. I think it was what was the name? Franco. Jaco. I said Franco. All right, new here. Shout out to Jaco. Let me try and come up with some fire description. See what y'all started? Y'all started this. Emotive piano, suspenseful cellos, and storytelling violin weave together over driving hip-hop drums to create a powerful and immersive atmosphere. Could be used in TV shows or series. Unfortunately, because I'm from the Czech Republic, I'm sleeping right now, so I will watch this tomorrow. Enjoy the stream. Shout out to Jaco from Czech Republic. We got producers all over the world. I love it. Oh, you got right to it. Welcome to the hub, Jaco. I rock with it. I would probably give the violin a break at some points. Have it come in on like the last hook or something like that. Let me see how it ends. Oh yeah, I rock with that. Yeah, that's solid, man. I would say, let the violin breathe a little bit. Maybe have it come in on the hook, and then drop it out during the verses, or you could also have it come in and be like that extra layer of instrumentation on the final hook. That could work as well. But outside of that, I think it's ready. Good work, and welcome to the hub, and thanks for sharing. Yeah, man, let's get you some licensing deals and placements out there in the Czech Republic or everywhere. Like Sync is dope though, because like literally he could be in where he is and get placements here in the States or like anywhere. Like it's crazy how this thing works. I've been seeing a lot of international first placements, because at first when I first got started, I would get placements like here on shows in the States, and then those shows would just re-air in other countries. But now I'm seeing like placements that originally air in other countries like South Africa and Germany and a bunch of other places. All right, let me see. All right, I think we got Mark. Let's wrap it up with we got Miguel too. So let's go ahead and let's drop them palm trees. We're gonna see what Miguel been cooking up, and then we're gonna finish it off with flares, and then do a poll, and then shoot, I'm gonna probably have like 5 minutes to try and cook up a tension cue. I'm gonna have to beat the timer. All right, so drop the palm trees in the chat. We're gonna play Miguel's joint. This forms part of a series I'm starting to work on where I make an EP with a different rapper or vocalist. This one is part of an EP I'm working with Philip Scott Bailey, and I'll be pitching once finished and splits are signed. Let's go. Shout out to the homie Philip. He's been crushing it as well. And boom, we got that disclaimer, that good old disclaimer dropping right here. Says MVP zone. Disclaimer for newbies. Entering the MVP's. Listen. Entering the MVP zone. Those brownies. You thought the inviting brownies were going to kill you. These MVP tracks will have you seeing unicorn-shaped masa lime chips and Spanish pink elephants. Wow. These get better and better every week. Here we go. Everything I've got.
I always give it everything that I got. Hey, I'm playing harder than everyone. I'm working harder than everyone. I wanna win more than anyone. I always give it everything that I got. I'm going harder than everyone. I'm fighting harder than everyone. I wanna win more than anyone. I always give it everything that I got. Hey, look, they ain't matching my grind. Competing every time like everything is on the line. Why they sitting back, chilling, never reclining? Putting in the work, gold medal on my mind. I'm never settling, I wanna win it all. I've been watching competition like a hog. I get it done, competition all talk. Cause it's a price to be the best, I pay the cost. No pain, no gain now. But differently, we not the same now. Winning opens on my brain now.
How did she just demote us to a community college, though?
Striving to be better. When nigga talk, I keep my head up. When under pressure, never let up. Apply the pressure, never let
they're
up.
punching.
I'm playing harder than everyone. I'm working harder than everyone. I wanna win more than everyone. I always give it everything that I've got.
I'm going harder than everyone. I'm fighting harder than everyone. I wanna win more than anyone. I always give it everything that I
100%, yo pongo 200. Nadie me quita el hambre que tengo. Solo quiero la victoria. Hago lo que sea por ser parte de la historia, yeah. Me levanto y trabajo, tengo que poner mano dura. Tengo que asegurarme que mi familia esté segura, yeah. Sigo luchando, batallando. Para llegar a la cima tienes que pasar por el fuego, yo nací pa' esto.
No
All right.
pain, no gain now.
Shout out to Miguel,
Differently,
man.
we not the same now. Winning always on my brain now. I'm addicted to the game now. I'm always striving to be better. When niggas talk, I keep my head up.
Yeah, they gonna place
Never
this.
pressure, never let up. Apply the pressure, never let up. Hey, I'm playing harder than everyone. I'm working harder than everyone. I wanna win more than anyone. I always give it everything that I got. I'm going harder than everyone. I'm fighting harder than everyone. I wanna win more than anyone. I always give it everything that I got.
Come on, man. Y'all did it, man. Y'all killed that joint. Yeah, can't wait to see where that gets placed. Please keep us updated. Shout out to Miguel. Shout out to Philip in the community. Both guys out here killing it. Let's go. All right, y'all. Drop those fire emojis. I'm about to get this this poll popping. Who y'all think, man? Who y'all think? We listened to a lot of music tonight. There's a lot of tension. There was a lot of drama. There's a lot of horror. It was a lot. But we got to narrow it down. 4 people. Again, LW, just ignore anything she says in the chat. Just go with your gut on who you think should be in this poll. But, hold on. We don't want triple audio going. All right, here we go. I really wish it would be nice if Ecamm will integrate these polls, this poll feature or something. All right. The Bossa Nova joint and the pop track, Allison. I think, yeah, we definitely established that pretty early on. Z Wood was dope. Terry's was dope. Frying beats. Give the upcomers some love on the poll. You know what? I ain't mad at that. Let's give some of the up and comers. I like that. I like that idea. That's the best thing LW done recommended tonight. She must have took a vacation or something. All right. Let's let me see. Let me see who else we got. Michael, Allison, Miguel, Lamar, Frime. I've seen Frime a couple times. Kevin Johnson's was dope. I don't think we had Kevin up there either before. Let's put Kevin up there. Cause that little pre-bumper situation, that was different. All right. Kevin. All right. Here we go. I seen fire emojis. There's the poll. I'm going to let y'all go ahead and vote. Let's play this Flares joint, and let's see how fast I can make a tension cue after we play his joint. Let's see. There it is. Can't remember if I shared this one. I wrote the strings on a keyboard, and then my friend recorded live violin of the MIDI. I then layered the real strings with virtual, and this is what it sounds like. Is it ready for a Bridgerton sync? Let's see. We got visual. Here we go. Bridgerton trailer. These strings sound amazing. These strings on that Zacchaeus joint, game over. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. KJ. That's you. Okay. And that is Flares and his friend who played strings. No, that sounded amazing. The quality of that live violin. Roach Funeral Giver, then my friend recorded live violin of the MIDI. Yeah, no, that was dope. And it, yeah, with the visuals, I could see that. I could see that. All right, let's see what these actually, let me start opening up Logic because I don't have much time. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to make, like, this is about to be the fastest I've ever worked. I don't even have a, I think I have it. No, I have a template. I think I do. And then I'm gonna check the poll once I get this open. My audio may do something weird too as it opens up. But let's see what we looking like. We're gonna work from the template. I guess ambient tracks. I haven't updated. I need to go in and update some of these. I don't have time right now though. Oh, that was Allison. Jay came in second, 20%, and then Terry. Good work. Shout out to Allison. Came in with the heat. Let's go. All right. Oh, I got 10 minutes. Let's go. Shout out to everybody who submitted music tonight. I'm about to cook up, man. We're gonna do some minimal tension stuff since that's how y'all was feeling anyway. So we might as well keep that whole vibe going. But shout out to everybody who submitted. If you're not a member of Sync Producer Hub, you want to learn how to make money with your music being placed on TV, then join Sync Producer Hub. You're actually gonna get some special bonuses tonight if you join tonight, and after tonight, those bonuses are gonna disappear. So get in while you can and join this awesome community of supportive producers out here making it happen. So, all right, let's go. Wait. Here we go. Let's start this timer. 10 minutes. I got 10 minutes to make something happen. Oops. Nope. We don't want an hour. Here we go. All right. Boom. All right. Let's see what we can cook up real quick. Oh, wow. Y'all, this template is so old. I don't even recognize it. First off, my screen is oh man, this is crazy. I got two screens. I don't even work like this anymore. I think this is when I had dual monitor set up. All right, make it work. Oh, great. My controller's not working. Every time I'm trying to work. Oh, that's not good at all. All right. Let me save as, because I don't even know what this is. Delete. There we go. Can y'all hear that? Okay. It should be coming through. Type a thumbs up if y'all can hear that on y'all's end. I'll keep that. Change this. Boom. There we go. All right. Let's get some type of rhythm going. With either let's try to use this. All this mastering stuff. I don't need to do this mastering chain. I haven't used this mastering chain since like 2010. I don't know where this came from. Let's try this. How many minutes I got? 4? It's not playing like I thought it would. It's cool. Let's make it work. Okay, save that. Come back to that. Random pad. I did not. Delete that pad. The timing on that is weird. I got 2 minutes. It's crazy. One minute. Do I got automation? Why is this thing going down? This is crazy. I must have, look at this. Yeah, I gotta redo these templates. It's working against me. Ah. That's it. I'm out of time. That's it. Technical difficulties as well. I can work with that. I'm out of time now. All right. So that's it, considering all the tech issues I literally had. Like, controller didn't work. This template is trash. I just got to redo that whole thing. And I had automation built in there. But with this right here, I can come back to it. I'll have it grow a little bit longer. Like that piano will come in a lot later. Extend this out. Probably throw some other pad in there, some type of drone bass. And then boom, extend it out for like 2 minutes. And then that'll pretty much be it. So yeah. KJ says you probably got another 2 minutes just because he was trying to get it. No, 100%. Thanks, Janelle. I'll probably change that piano too. But I just wanted to get the idea out real quick. Very Twin Peaks. Thanks. LW not doing well under pressure. Not at all. It was terrible. Afrobeat duo. Afro Tension. Oh, I like that. Afro Tension. Allison, this was me just trying to see what I can come up with the time we had left. So that's it, man. This was fun. Shout out to everybody who came through and hung out with us, shared your music. Sync Producer Hub members are the best. I appreciate you guys rocking with us. And shout out to all the newbies, man, who submitted music. Like for the first time, joining and submit music. I have no water in here. I don't even know why I picked that up. So y'all keep it up, man. Have a dope weekend. And if you haven't already, join Sync Producer Hub. Link is in the description. Learn how to make money with your music the fun way, which is through sync licensing, not the old dated way of doing things. But that's it, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.